That wasn't very loud. Oh. So they're going to have the bullshit flinging contest today on the other channel. You won't see any. You won't see the elephants running across the room. That's for sure. Because there's all going to be only ant stompers there. And, yeah, nobody say, hey, Bill, why don't you know? Nobody suggested Bill get on the... And who wants to be on a show with a bunch of people who don't know shit? They don't know. They talk a lot of cow and stuff, but they actually don't. No, they got shit. Yeah. Like Forrest said, they're all stomping on ants while the elephants run across the room. Oh, who the fuck is the elephant in the search, huh? Forrest knew, before he said that, I was doing the elephant, okay? Before he put the picture of Willie out, I was Willie Mammoth. They get this thing on here right. Oh, see, I got so I can move the trunk a little. I went searching yesterday. Went to search yesterday, and it was snowing big time. It was big chunks of them half-inch snowflakes and stuff. Just giant snow everywhere. The gates were still closed to a couple of the search areas. Those gates were still closed, and I searched the spot where the big head is, the big rock in his head, and it lined up with the picture of the. Yeah. And I do a show. I do a show like that, and then when I got my dentures in and stuff, right now, it's like, hey, nobody knows that I'm missing my teeth right now. I got in 2 weeks they do the impressions, and so another two, so like 3 or 4 weeks. I should have my smile back. I've been here working on art. I went up yesterday. I searched. I climbed out on the rocks, and those rocks with water on them and stuff, and the lichens are slippery, and you gotta be real careful when it's wet. So you might be able to search when it's raining and wet. But it can be more dangerous because of the slippery factors, Try to breathe through this. Fog up the camera. Nobody asked me either. Yeah. 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 I'd probably they'd probably put me on there, and they put fucking the call or the gypsy assholes or something, and what, I don't know. Yeah, I even about throw up watching the gypsies, because they, I watched it. I was watching it, and I said, I can't watch this anymore. This is so fucking retarded. they're clueless. They're blocked. Their whole mentality is fuck Colorado. He's searching in Colorado. Screw him. You know, I'm surprised John Bobbitt tolerates the little pieces of, them ant poop. I made a little cartoon with a pile of cow poop. They call it the bullshit hour, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I just got up. I ain't had my breakfast yet. I got my tea going. I just came on for a minute. I put up a video yesterday of what the conditions were yesterday when I went up there, and it was snowing. It was snowing hard. It was starting to accumulate, and it's one thing. The weather, this area, in the summer, it'll rain every day in the summer. And the driest season is like August, September, October is the driest time up there. And I've been able to search up until January sometimes. Sometimes they don't close those roads. Those roads don't open till the 1st of June or sometimes the 15th of June. But they've been open up into January sometimes. Last year they closed in December. But the year before, those roads were open up until January. You could get in there. Yeah. God, it's getting foggy in here, and I just came on to do a quick video. Let's see, what's going on? What's everybody? Is that trunk on your face, or? Oh, I need to get some food in my belly. Some hay on the ride. Yeah. I was looking up, yeah, when Willie comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah. Yeah. I like that part of Johnny Comes Marching Home. I was trying to adjust it to Willie Comes Marching Home, but it's like, and they will all feel gay when Willie comes marching home. They are already gay. They don't have to feel gay. I think they are gay. Yeah. I don't know. What was it? I watched another movie. I've been watching a lot of them old black and white movies. You know, Forrest, he made a lot of marbles, and what he did with most money is he went and watched movies. He watched a lot of movies. He watched Catcher in the Rye and all those, all those Gary Cooper movies and all them Clark Gable movies and Cary Grant movies. Yeah, that's what Forrest Fenn did with his marble money. With Marvel gaze, with marbles, he'd go gaze at movies. Yeah, watch the big screen, the big picture. And it's like, when you think of the big picture, his poem, The Wizard of Oz, yeah. I've had it with me all along. Forrest Fenn's plan was, he said, I'm going to hide this thing, and then I'm going to come back and get it in another life. Well, here I am. Yeah, coming back to get it, just like Thoth and all that stuff up there. Thoth was coming back. He left these messages for himself. For when he returned to the earth. And a lot of the big the big vloggers, the ones that are popular and everybody goes and kisses their ass and shit. They don't realize that all the magical stuff that's in this treasure hunt and stuff, and all this, it's kind of supernatural. The things that lead the finder to the treasure, He said that the poem leads to a, what kind of discovery? I can't even see. Oh, there it is. Oh. Six-pack to help celebrate the thrill of a breathtaking discovery. Well, I'll tell you, his treasure isn't the discovery you make. The discovery is finding Atlantis and the remnants of Atlantis. I watched a show on Atlantis, and they went over all the possible places that could be Atlantis, those islands out in the Mediterranean and the Azores and all these. And they said one thing that Atlantis has to have elephants. And have been swallowed by parts of it swallowed by the sea. Now, the one thing that a lot of people say, the island of Atlantis, but a lot of them say the continent of Atlantis. Even Donovan sings about the continent of Atlantis, not an island. And parts of it sunk in the sea. And when these ancient people came across the ocean to visit it, they found that for miles and miles inland, everything was destroyed by the sea. But that doesn't mean the stuff way far inland was destroyed by the sea. Except I've seen evidence that there was a vitrification, meaning that there was a meteor strikes somewhere near here to melt the rocks. And when that Younger Dryas comet came in, it fragments hit all over the United States, and some landed out in Carolina bays and stuff, made a bunch of holes. So it's getting steamy in here. I didn't want to do the denture-free thing. What time is it? Yeah, I can keep going a little bit. I got my tea heating up. Oh, so the one key thing in the search for Atlantis is Atlantis had elephants. And that's what I found. They're elephant worshippers, elephant lovers, mammoth lovers. They say, oh, those were mammoths, those weren't elephants, Well, those people didn't have a separate name. It's like horses, they're different breeds of horses, they're different breeds of elephants. They just call them elephants. They didn't call them mammoths. What do they know about Atlantis? I see them all the time. They left their mark. They left their mark. Forrest Fenn found this. Except because a lot of people call it pareidolia, because of that, it gets ignored. Nobody will fucking listen to anybody that says that they found this here. None of that. And so what would make them listen is if it's the result of Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. Then the treasure hunt will get national attention. They'll say, how did you find? Well, I found the ruins of Atlantis. That was what the fucking whole point of it was, to discover these ruins. and be the Indiana Jones like Forrest Fenn. You know? You see here, remnant. Not walking around. Not walking around, huh? One thing about the... I got pictures of them. With the AI in the computer, I take a picture of the rock, and the computer will show me what's displayed on that rock. and it's like, you know, the old pareidolia. Oh, you might see one half a face somewhere. You know, but when it's archaeology, you see 100 faces all in one shot, you know. There's a lot of it going on. It's not just a little random figure in the rock. These are like scenes, staged, you know, scenes. The sculptors sculpted them, and people are so stupid when they go, well, it's kind of crude, and it's 14,000 years old. Egypt's only 7,000 years old, and the Sphinx doesn't even have a nose. It doesn't even have its original dog head. And yeah, so you know, they can't see through the erosion. I can see through the erosion. The computer can see through the erosion. Stupid people can't see through the erosion. You know, they're too dumb to see through it. I'm holding the book. I'm thinking when I go down to San Maria, I need to get me a new book, because this one's falling apart, and I need one to put on the shelf. And I'm going to start reading it over again. See there's got to be one thing I go, and it's like, of all the stories that are all over the canyon walls, which one is the blaze? Because he says there's 10 billion blazes out there. There's 10 billion blazes. But you got to determine which one is the blaze. You know? How many Elvises are out there? But there was only one the Elvis. You know what I mean? You can find there's lots of substitutes out there for it. But nobody else has found this pile of airplanes. And on the other side of the double blazes is this airplane flying with the extra tank on it and all that. And right across the canyon from that is this asterisk cowboy hat with his face in an asterisk. And there's Thoth and Anubis, all these people that he's talked about in his scrapbooks. You know? And you find the figures of the man sitting in the chair with the little... That's all over the place. I found about probably 20, 30 of them scenes. The guy in the chair, father on the banco. And so you're looking under the chair, on the shelf right above. You don't know which of these clues in the book is the blaze. He says it's hidden somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Me in the middle. So, there's all that stuff. But then the Buffalo Cowboy's cowl in the D of wood, he got a lot of D's. And you notice the last 4 lines of the poem. The last 4 lines, they all end in D. They all end with D. So there's a lot of D's there, and he got a lot of F's. And I was trying to look up his father's roots, on Family Search, and there's an Edward Fenn. Forrest, who is Edward Fenn, and what is that on Family Search? So I would like to know, are you maybe really Eddie, and they changed your name? Ferd, like Ferd, Fred, Ed, Fred, Ed. Is Forrest Fenn really Edward, Eddie? We don't know. But there's a kid born in Dallas a month before Forrest. His father is William Marvin Fenn, but his name's Edward, Ed. So, who is that? What is that? We don't know. But it's got a different mother, So, we don't know. So, I'm all done right now because I got to clear my sinuses and stuff. And get my breakfast going. And I didn't want to overlap their bullshit show. Have a good day.